Hello traders, welcome to Zion Traders. Today we'll be analyzing GBPAUD, right? So before we take a look at the technicals, let's take a look at the fundamental perspective, right? So here on Forex Factory, we can see Tuesday June 24, right? So we have GBP news coming up by 9 a.m. Whereby Governor of BOE, which is Bank of England's governor, will be speaking, right? So that's the major news we have for this week for GBP. And as for AUD, we actually don't have any news, high impact news for AUD this week, right? However, as of last week, China's GDP, it came out positive, more than expected, and that is really good, positive for AUD, saying that China is one of the biggest partner of Australia, right? So it's actually going to positively affect AUD. So let's take a look at the technicals here. Alright, so fundamental perspective, AUD is strong. It's not very strong as well, but even GBP is not too strong itself, right? Remember, AUD, Australia dollar, Australia, their central bank, which is ROBA, right? They actually did cut interest rate, right, as of I think last month, and their GDP is not doing so well. Their GDP actually shrank. That's for the first quarter of 2025, and it's not good. However, in the case of GBP, GBP, their GDP actually improved among the G7 nations. I think their GBP came out the best, right? So we can see that fundamentally GBP is actually good, but if we look at the AUD, one of the things that supports AUD during risk on period, AUD tends to be strengthened. That's the truth, right? So during risk on period, AUD tends to be strengthened. So more investors, they tend to buy more AUD, right? So that's one thing that could actually positively affect Australia dollar fundamentally. But then let's quickly take a look at the technical perspective right here. So technically, we can see there was a break of structure bullish, and then we can see how price returned back to this other block, right? So when price break structure and then returns back to the other block, what do we expect generally? Generally, we expect that price will continue to go higher, right? So that is our expectation on the weekly time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame. So right here on the daily time frame, it's actually still the same thing. We have a break of structure bullish, and then price actually broke structure. It's actually an internal structure, so we won't pay so much attention to this, but then it's important. So price broke structure bearish, and then traded into this our order block right here, which is very good. And then what do we see? We see that price is trying to push higher on the daily time frame. However, it tends to be facing a lot of some resistance here around this level, which has made price to be here for a very long time right now. So what are we expecting? Actually, right now that we are still expecting the buy to take place, but currently I'm actually on a sell from here, seeing that we have a break of structure, although internal break of structure, so you should pay close attention. Internal break of structure, so we have internal breaks. So I'm actually taking my trade myself off based on this internal break, seeing the price has been here for a very long time, and also we see that this very order block is a very strong zone, seeing that it actually swept liquidity previously before actually breaking bearish. So that's the reason why this has been very strong. But then generally speaking, right, I'm expecting a buy to start taking place from here. I'm expecting us to come and take out this high any moment from now. So my trade, it's either it takes me out on break even or I'm going to lose the trade, but it doesn't really matter anyways. It could actually possibly sell from here, respecting this current trend, right? It could start selling from here. That is the truth. So but then overall, I'm expecting this zone to be broken out, right? So but then I'm just trying to scalp this and see if it works. If it doesn't work, no problem, we'll wait for the buy, right? So that is it, guys.